Or orangutango mongo. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another session of Darksiders 2 with Chaos Counseling. We're gonna die! Whoa!
Alright, let's get
I've
this over
always
with.
wanted to die.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, I'm gonna take that back. That's
Oh my gosh, that's a potion.
Potion! Oh!
Get them.
2 potions!
In the distance!
Faster.
Oh, shit!
Oh!
Wow! Oh man, that's like, you know, the final slam dunk at the end of the big game in any sports movie ever. Just run instead of slam dunk or whatever. Oh my gosh.
Hey, I like to think I'm good at games sometimes. Sometimes, not all the time.
Only sometimes.
Oh, so speaking of being good at games, what's it called? Aaron, this is a while ago, but Game Grumps were playing through Sonic and the Black Knight, a game that I rented and rather liked, but could never get past the stupid dragon boss fight. It actually got Aaron to rage quit at one point, but Danny made them go back because everyone commented, it's like, this is what you have to do to beat it.
Woo, level up!
And I'm like, oh, that's why I could never beat this stupid boss fight, because you're literally supposed to run up to a pillar next to it and chop it down. Like,
Yep.
There's nothing there to indicate that. Either
Nope.
way, I'm just finally glad I got to see the ending of that game when they beat it.
Yeah.
I just remember, so I couldn't play the game because at that time when it came out, I didn't have a Wii. I don't
Right.
get consoles for a while. So I watched it and, like, again, me being me, I skipped all the fights so that I could just get the story.
Yeah, well, I can't outright blame you for that.
So I didn't even realize how
Wow, they're
like how hard the game was.
the game isn't terrible, I do want to say. It gets real. That dragon boss fight is complete BS. Like, it is absolute BS.
Yeah. Hi, buddy. You let
Then
yourself
again-
on fire.
I played it back when all I had was a Wii, so any game that I had, I would just play it over and over. Now that I have multiple consoles and I can be like, I'm done with this, let's play something else, I do have I guess that's another reason why I do have a slightly harsher opinion of Breath of the Wild versus a lot of other video games, or Zelda games, because almost every other Zelda game I've played, I'm like, well, this is the new game I've spent all my money for, and it's all I have to play, so just stick with it until I eventually love it, you know? Breath of the Wild came out well after I had multiple systems and multiple different games to play, you know?
Don't you have like 2 skill points that you haven't used?
I
Possibly.
think I just leveled up, so I think I only have one. Go away, Spencer. Okay. That's actually awkward. I know a few Spencers. That
you
was
got
not
2 of
directed
them.
at you guys. That was the first name that came in my head. Okay, let's see.
Got a couple new stuff that you haven't invested in.
Yeah, I'm looking for stuff that can help increase my health right now.
Oh, I don't know if any of these do that.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, I just personally don't know of any of these that do that.
Ooh, ice damage.
Ice damage. That's nice.
Take this cold shoulder. I know some of them might be able to steal
I know the
help.
crows that I was investing in can kinda do it, but let's...
That's not terrible.
let's see, hold on. Death enemies are driven to attack... Oh!
That's nice.
Good, especially since they're rigged to explode now.
Yeah, I want that. Definitely want that. And where's the fire? And then they explode. I think that would be good to upgrade that fully so that
Yeah.
damage to them when they go after it can be even more.
Yeah.
At least I hope that's how the logic of this works.
You know, given that I know there's only been 2, but like each Darksiders game has had different game mechanics. Like the first one was just kind of a simple Zelda game in a sense. When it came to leveling up, like you just got more health, and like your moves for the most part were the same. Whereas this one, you have the skill tree you can invest in. I'm really curious to see what they do for the third game.
No, it is interesting. It's always interesting to see like what mechanics the developers think, okay, this worked well and this didn't for what we want to go for. Or like what mechanics they want in terms of story, which is really like when that's done really well, it's great.
So, speaking of which, I've recently started playing the Shantae series. First one I played was Pirate's Curse, because I read nothing but positive reviews, and I wasn't aware that the game right before it had been released for digital download. So I played through it and beat it, and then I picked up because Shantae and the Pirate's Curse is the third one in the series, just for clarification. And playing the second one, I'm like, it's really interesting, because in the second game, Shantae can swim. In the third game, she can't. Like, that's an interesting mechanic to be dropped, you know?
Yeah.
But besides that, I'm like, a lot of the enemies look the same, the mechanics are the same, so it's really interesting and actually somewhat jarring, because I'm like, I don't actually know what I can do in this game versus were things added in the next game. Also, the other interesting thing about the Pirate's Curse in particular is that it's the game where Shantae loses all of her magic, or she loses at the end of the second game, so she has to play the whole game as a human, so her abilities are completely different. So I'm like, this is...
found the second piece. I can feel its power within you. The rod wills itself whole. You may be deaf to its cries, but I am not. The final piece lies beyond this barrier, in an area heavily fortified by the shadow.
The warriors may pay the price.
The White City is lost to us. This broken world will soon be our grave. And yet we must fight on against the darkness, to uphold the light. If your actions hasten our end, so be it.
May you live to see the Destroyer take his last breath. Your ill of the Helgar.
Fun fact, she does.
The
Oh.
final piece.
Wait,
is
what?
within your grasp.
We never beat the first game, so no one was privy to that, but yeah, she is present when War kills the Destroyer.
Okay, thingy.
Hi, buddy. I want you. Thank you. Hi, buddy.
Uriel,
Hey.
did you give her a kiss?
I need to, but I can't jump. Hold
Well,
on.
then just kiss her feet or something.
Hold on. Mwah. There we go.
Find it funny that... Jeez. You know what? I eventually just give into the madness of the channel because I used to groan at that. Now I'm encouraging it.
Join our insanity.
Had to happen eventually. You did marry me.
And I am Abby's best friend.
Yep.
Well, or at least one of them.
No,
You're Abby's
you're
sister.
my best friend. You're my sister. I adopted you, remember?
Ow. Yeah, that's true.
My bad, I guess.
And my parents just kind of
of...
accepted it. They're like, okay. I
guess this one doesn't take you back to the first area.
It's all good. Luckily, they gave me some potions, so I should be fine.
I remember this comic that I saw on Tumblr that's like, children's haunted house. You see a little girl walking in, and then she's standing next to a ghost, and the ghost says, "You're adopted." And then somebody commented on it, was like, me, "Oh, I'd love to be adopted by a ghost." Wait.
Like, wait a minute.
And then somebody drew a sequel comic where the ghost is giving the girl a little sack lunch. "Have a nice day at school, sweetie."
Aww.
That's cute.
It's adorable.
You know, I think another thing that kind of makes me sad that I just kind of noticed about games and even movies where everything is romantic, has to be about romance, is that you don't get the cute BFF moments anymore, you know?
I
there's
was
no
about to say something very controversial.
Oh, no, go ahead.
What?
I was gonna say, and it's also super heteronormative.
Heteronormative? What do you mean?
It's all straights.
Yeah.
Straight couples and
Yeah.
that. Love, Simon was a really good.
I have been wanting to watch that.
It's
so
so
badly.
good.
I've been like dying to
So
watch that
cute.
movie. Oh
Actually,
my gosh.
So, I recently watched Shape of Water, and it easily has one of my favorite gay characters I've ever seen, because you figure out he's gay just by his actions, not by anyone really calling attention to it. It's just and I mean, while it is part of his arc because he's a gay man in the 1960s.
That's rough.
I'm like, but it's used as a commentary for just the bad, just the way people looked at gay people in the time. But it's never, it's not in your face about it. And I really liked that, Just because I feel so many times when people try to be inclusive, they go too far, and instead of just showing them as part of the group.
Yeah, the purpose, in my opinion, I
Yeah.
could be wrong. a good way to be inclusive is to not draw attention to it and make it be the norm.
Like, have you seen Alien Covenant? There's a couple gay couples in there, and outside of them showing affection to each other just a couple times to confirm they're couples, they're just part of the group. There's never any lingering whatever on it. I'm like, thank you. I really appreciated that.
Alright, now time to blow up stuff.
Actually, I'm kind of I know it's still not out, but in flashback, I do really kind of like how some of the romances have worked, like the few that, like the one that has actually happened, because it's like, it just happened.
Yeah, it just happened because Jacqueline was awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I threw my sister under the bus. As I'm like, I'm gonna date this later.
Dude,
Actually, that's something
She
else.
was so sweet, though. I know. No one would fall in love with her.
And I mean, I love Monster Prom. You can be as gay as you want, and it's normal. It's nice. Mm-hmm. It's a nice change of pace. Because, like,
And that's, I will say, it was made by indie developers,
Yeah.
which also
Yeah.
helps that a lot, because they're just like, yeah, this is how it is.
Yeah.
Because it's like something like Dragon Age Inquisition. I absolutely love the fact that there are specific, this person's pure gay, this one's pure lesbian, these ones are bisexual, etc. And I like the fact that it's just sort of an accepted thing of the world, Sorry,
Only sad thing I have with those is I don't have the balls to play them.
Yeah. Me neither.
But I think it's how I was raised. It's so hard to overcome that.
Yeah, no,
Because it just, to me,
same
it's
here.
just, it's squeaky. Like, bless them. Love who you want to love. I don't care.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to stop you, but I'm still going to, like, there's going to be that shiver up my spine, like, that's weird.
It's like, I have never been able to bring myself, outside of attempting to romance the demon in Monster Prom, I always struggle to romance other men as male characters for the same reason, It's like, I have no problem.
It proves how straight we are.
I am straight. I'm very straight. I have a hard time wanting that for the character that's supposed to represent me, in a sense, I think, like, because when I've played as a female character, like, take Mass Effect Andromeda, for example. I wasn't planning on romancing the character PB, who is another woman, as the female character, but I loved her too much, it just kind of happened, and since I was playing a woman, not a man, I was able to disconnect myself from it, for lack of a better word, so it didn't seem as, to me. And I've noticed the same thing with you, honey, like, when we're playing The Sims, you've been okay with the idea of two guys being together,
Yeah.
but two women weirds you out, because you can't disconnect
Yeah.
it from yourself.
And then there's me. I will go after anybody that I love to death.
No.
Freaking Jaehee is my waifu. I love her so much.
He's amazing.
I mean, I don't know if I've ever
I still
made a
need to
list-
get back on that
And do
Romance
all the other
V.
ones?
I need
Yeah.
Romance V.
I don't know if I've ever done a husbando, but I do have my list of, male crushes.
I did try to do a lesbian romance, but then I found a too perfect of a man, and I couldn't walk away because he was beautiful.
When was this?
In Mass Effect Andromeda, I was trying to romance the
Vetra.
female Turian Vetra,
But
and I was totally cool with it, but then I found Jaw, and I'm like, damn it, it's the good man.
yeah,
Shit.
I love
So I
Jaw.
dated him.
I love Jaw. I love him so much.
I'm the kind of
Okay, if I was
plain
gonna
old vanilla bitch who goes after like Alistair and Cullen, if that gives you any indication of my taste
Okay,
in
I should
men.
take it back. I do have two husbandos. Fenris from Dragon Age 2.
Yes!
Jaal from Mass Effect Andromeda.
Oh, Fenris.
I have so many fictional spouses that I love to death.
Like, again, like I mentioned in a previous episode, I finally actually worked up the courage and I made a waifu list. It's like,
Fenris is on there, right?
no, he's on my husbando list.
Oh, okay. I just put them all in a single list.
Yeah, they're all in one list.
I
for
mean,
me
I guess
as
I
well.
might as well put them in one list, just since as of right now I only have two.
Your
husbandos.
your fictional spouses.
Okay, we call them waifus and husbandos. I wish. Is there
I wish
like
there was a spouse version, like a gender
How about,
neutral.
how about our partdandos?
Just a second. I'm gonna look it up, see if there's a gender neutral husbando slash waifu. One
since,
moment.
Again, as Monster Prom showed us quite well, Not everyone identifies as male or female.
By the way, speaking of that, I want to play Hustle Cat so bad.
Actually, so speaking of identification, our brother's a pharmacist.
Whoop! Oh dear.
And he is really annoyed with the whole I identify as this, I identify as that. Not because it in and of itself, okay, it might bug him and he might think it's stupid, but as a pharmacist, he's like, some medication is just for women and some's just for men. He's not trying to force any sexuality in anybody, but it's like, I can't give you this if you have 2X chromosomes or vice versa. I just thought it was kind of a funny side of the whole thing, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, for the record, I have no problem with what you choose to identify as. Just that is just an interesting perspective I have since, like I said, our older brother is a pharmacist.
It's how I understand it is the sex is different from the gender. You
Yeah,
identify
sex
with.
is sex is biological, gender is
like-
social.
All
Yeah.
right.
So-
That's a good way of looking at it.
So, in terms of that, yes.
Did you find it?
Unappreciandi.
What?
Christianity.
Unappreciandi.
And
That's just someone put on Twitter like, what's a gender neutral term for waifu and husbando to someone? Unappreciandi.
Christianity.
Okay, we need to write that down.
Yeah. Oh.
Wait, who tweeted that?
Someone it says, I'm Fef, please give me Mew. So I guess it's at Starla444. And someone's like, wait, I don't get it. Because you're gender neutral, you go unappreciated. So you're
Oh, that's brilliant. Hats off.
Oh, that.
Another one that was posted, partner.
That's a good,
Partner.
I mean, that's what they use on Who's Line now, since, you know, they acknowledge.
Well, no, you have to do it with, like, the cowboy,
Yeah,
so partner. Not partner. Partner.
What were you gonna
And you
say,
have to do the tip of the hat, too.
There's a dating sim game that I have called the Arcana, and it's really good because it's based off tarot cards, the major arcana, and it's nice because there are 3 dateable people, 2 guys and a girl, and you can choose your pronouns like he, she, or they.
Oh,
nice.
And yeah, like Monster Prom, it doesn't affect who you can and can't date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hustle Cat, spoiler alert, Hustle Cat is like that too. And
Cool.
it's great. That was the first game I got introduced to it, and I'm really glad that it's starting to become the norm.
Yeah.
Are the zombies clown closeting too? I can't tell.
But
Yes, probably.
I'm ridiculous because whenever I'm doing the roots for the 2 guys, I switch my pronouns to he, and when I'm doing the one girl, I switch it to she.
Dude, you know what? I do that too.
Nothing
So,
wrong with that.
I do that too, and my friend
Boomer
Kylie
or
also.
exploder, whatever.
My friend Kylie also
Flesh
does
burner.
that.
So,
like, we do it all the time. If we know who we're going for, we're like, okay, let's alter our pronouns to affect the kind of outcome we want.
So, I have more.
Oh, yes, please.
So we have, let's see, Partnerino. Neutrino.
Something kind of like that too.
Neutrino.
Funny story. That's the name of like an alien race from another dimension from the Ninja Turtles cartoon.
Oh, jeez.
Oh gosh.
Spousey.
Spousey.
Oh, I love Spousey.
Or,
so much. Hello, David.
or Orangutango Mongo.
Gosh, you guys are
love
so
it.
creative.
Yay for Twitter.
Go away, please.
No, I am too sexy for you.
I need those legs, though.
I was waiting for that to be brought up again.
I think I'm gonna go with Spousu. Spousu. Gotta get that zoo in there.
Gotta Spousu.
Did you
Spousu.
grab the potion?
Yeah, I
There was
did.
a potion.
There was. Oh, never mind. I did it.
Oh no! What have you done?
What?
And you
Oh, dang.
dodged right out of the way like a boss.
Okay. Oh, okay. Sandra, you can calm down.
Sandra, calm your tits.
No.
I know.
Oh, Sandra, what did we talk about? You're a zombie now. Things don't work the way they used to.
Oh, potions.
They just are happily giving them to us now.
I think they know that a boss is coming up.
That or they just don't have any confidence in us.
Well, on that note, we will see you after we've killed Sandra.
Hopefully we didn't say anything controversial.
For the record,
And if we did, I want to change it.
Yes.
and again, honestly, I love all y'all.
Yeah, seriously, there are people that watch us. We didn't think that would happen.
We have, like I said, at the time of the recording, 89 subscribers. I never thought we'd get past 10. And we'll see you guys next time.
Okay.
Hello.